where do we find support as an immigrant couple? That's a question, right? You know, I would like to give a biblical response that is rooted in community, in faith, and in shared burdens. The first is the church should be or should serve as your new family. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 19 says, "So then, you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God." So even when you are far from home, God's design for the church is that it becomes your spiritual family. You see, in a new country, the church can be a place of shared faith, cultural understanding, and practical support. So, what does this imply? You've come to a new country. Look for a local church that welcomes internationals, that welcomes immigrants, even though it may be far. Teach yourself to be in a small group or in a couple fellowship. Live out your life in action, according to James chapter 2, verse 15. Now, to give you a second response would be to say that God's heart is for the foreigner. Do you remember the text in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 18 that says that He bends for the cause of the fatherless and the widow and loves the foreigner who is residing among you, giving them food, right? See, God doesn't overlook immigrants. He draws them near. Now, as a couple, you are seen and valued by God. And as an immigrant, you are even more seen and valued by God. So ask God to lead you into a community and also to be a community for yourselves and for others. You're not just recipients, you are part of God's mission. Because God has a heart for you, He's going to also help you to see, open your eyes, not just to always be around you. You're watching Netflix, you are always on the phone, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're not even going out. You need that community, but pray that the Lord will help you to find the right community. The next point is that you need to share each other's burdens. Ephesians 6 verse 2 says, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." You see, sometimes the support you need is already beside you. Many people they come back home, wife is outside, husband is inside. When husband is going out, wife is inside. There is no interaction. You're not sharing each other's burden. So sometimes the support you need is already beside you. Your spouse, learn to lean on each other. Learn to pray together. You see, many people come to this country and they stop praying together. Say that it's difficult, it's hard. Pray together. There's no how you'll be praying for each other without, having that support that you need. Create a rhythm of vulnerability and encouragement. Be vulnerable to each other, but also allow the other person to carry your burden, you know allow other people, counselors, mentors, or mature believers who understand. I've said it several times. People who say, "I don't need a third party in my marriage," you are just being foolish. You are here and you don't need a third party. Okay, good for you. But those who would need input from other persons, allow counselors and mentors to carry your burden, to show you the pathway. Now, I need you for the fourth, idea or fourth point is I need you to pray for divine connections. You 7 verse 7 to say, "Ask and it will be given to you." Don't be afraid to ask God to send the right people to you into your life. Community may not come immediately. Faithful seeking is never wasted, right? But you need to know that um while you're searching, you need to also pray for the divine connection to come. The last point is be the support you are looking for. Be the support you are looking for. Hebrews 10 verse 24 to 25 says, "Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, but encouraging one another." Right? If you can't find a perfect community, start small. There are many of you who have kids. you meet sometimes in a playground, in the kindergarten, or in your daycare with other parents. Form something, invite another couple over, eat together, start a prayer group, start or a safe space, or be the safe space. Jesus said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. You can now begin to give. My final encouragement. This is the last point. You are not alone, and you are not meant to be alone. God plants people in places on purpose. Trust that your presence in Europe or abroad in Canada and the UK has a bigger plan, and that the support you're seeking is part of His providence. God bless you, and keep holding on, because you are about to burst in beautiful connection and a spiritual growth, not just be for yourself, but also for your couple and in your marriage and your family. God bless you.